Previously on Virtual Teen Classic Graphic Novel Reading.
Welcome back, graphic novel fans, Teen Zone fans. Let's see, yeah, Teen Zone fans, right? Graphic novel fans, where are we going here? So, picking up where we left off, going to pick up at chapter 6. So, I want to go over quickly over the details again so we can get right to the reading. Remember, most important thing to remember here is that the story, this graphic novel, is written in 2 time frames, okay? You have the story being told by Vladik, Art's dad, about his experience in the camps and in Europe during the Second World War, where Jewish people were being rounded up and put into camps, and their fate was horrific. What happened to them was horrific, and this is the story about a survivor, okay? And so the story is written by the son of Vladik. Vladik was in the war. He was a prisoner. His son was born after the war, and he's now a cartoonist or a graphic novel writer, if you will. And he's taking down the story that his dad is telling him. So we're going to be going back and forth between the wartime in the 40s and the storytelling time in the 70s. All right. So without further ado, let me go ahead and do all the technical stuff of sharing the screen. And there it is there. I'm going to share that. So now you get to see that. And we're going to get the magnifying glass back up. And here it is here. Fun stuff. Yep. Okay, we're back there. Now, I don't know if you ever use PowerPoint, but we're going to start from the current slide. And here we are. And we are rolling. Let me minimize this, get this out of the way. Chapter 6, let's go. So picking up with another visit. This is Art going to visit his dad again. Anybody home? The door wasn't locked, so Mama, were you crying? No, I don't know. I tell you, I'm at my wit's end. What now? Your father, he treats me as if I were just a maid or a nurse. Worse. At least a maid has some days off and gets paid. He only gives me $50 a month. When I need a pair of stockings, I have to use my own savings. Well, he hasn't changed. Whenever I needed school supplies or new clothes, Mom would have to plead and argue for weeks before he'd cough up any dough. When I try to argue with him, he moans like he's going to have another heart attack. I can't be sure if he's faking, so I have to stop. I feel like I'm in prison. I feel like I'm going to burst. I'm going to get some juice. Want some? No. I'll tell you something. When we first got married, I needed clothes. It was a year and a half after Anya died. He took me to her closet and said, "All these are for you." I said I wouldn't touch her things. My God, how that man carried on. I swear, sometimes I think he married me because I'm the same size as Anya. He's always been pragmatic. Pragmatic? Cheap. It causes him physical pain to part with even a nickel. Uh-huh. I used to think the war made him that way. Ha! I went through the camps. All our friends went through the camps. Nobody is like him. It's something that worries me about the book I'm doing about him. In some ways, he's just like the racist caricature of the miserly old Jew. Ha! You can say that again. I mean, I'm just trying to portray my father accurately. Even for himself, he won't spend any money. He has hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank, and he lives like a pauper. Look, he grabs paper towels from restrooms so he won't have to buy napkins or tissues. I wish I got Mom's story while she was alive. She was more sensitive. It would give me some more balance. Your mother! I just don't know how she could stand living with him. I don't know how I can stand it. So, hi, kids. I didn't know you were upstairs here. I was watering downstairs, the garden. Mal and I were just talking about my book. I've already started to sketch out some parts. I'll show you. See, here are the black market Jews they hanged in Sosnowiec. Ugh. And here's you saying, ugh, when I think of them. It still makes me cry. Yes, still makes me cry. It's an important book. People who don't usually read such stories will be interested. Yes, I don't read ever such comics, and even I am interested. Of course you are interested, it's your story. Yes, I know already my story by heart, and even I am interested. It should be very successful. Yeah, someday you'll be famous. Like, what's his name? Huh? Famous like, what's his name? You know, the big shot cartoonist. What cartoonist could you know? Walt Disney? Ha! Walt Disney! Yeah! Wait. Where do you go, Artie? To get a pencil. I've just got to write this conversation down before I forget it. Come, we'll all of us go to the garden. You'll see how nice it looks, the bushes. You go. I've got to get ready. I have an appointment at the hairdresser's. Again to the hairdresser? Only a week ago you went. She sees more often the hairdresser than she sees me. You see how it is? Anytime I want to go out for a few minutes, he tries to make me feel guilty. I'm supposed to be at his constant beck and call. What I said that's so terrible. Believe me, you'd have more fresh air from the garden than from 100 hairdressers. Oh, Vladek, stop it. Oi. You see how she is? What have I to do with her? Come on, Pop. Let's go sit in the garden. If I say only one word to her, she makes right away an argument. She says she wants to leave me. I tell her, so here's the door. But remember, it's only one way. If you go out, you can't come back. Maybe you should both see a marriage counselor. I don't want that a stranger should mix into our private stories. And right away, he warned me, Vladek, watch out. Get that out of the way. I see that this woman is money conscious. And once Mala and I sat down with Aunt Helen, to help agree us for a new will. But a month after, Mala wanted again to change it. Don't see a therapist about your will. Talk about how to get along better. With Mala, it's not to get along, only it's the money. I give up. I don't know what to say. You see? I also don't know what to say. Look, I can't stay long. I need to know more about you and Anya. It's chilly. Take also here a blanket. No, thanks. What happened in 1944 after you left Strodula? We sneaked towards Sosnowiec. It was still dark outside. We didn't know where to hide ourselves. Janita lives over there. Rishu's governess always offered she would help us. We came to her house near town. Open up, Janina, quick! Who's there? My God, it's the Spiegelmans. You'll bring trouble. Go away quickly. Slam. I'm frightened, Vladek. Maybe we should try my father's old house. The janitor has known our family for years. Yeah, let's try. We've got to get off the streets before dawn. I was a little safe. I had a coat and boots, so like a Gestapo wore that when he was not in service. But Anya, her appearance, you could see more easily. She was Jewish. I was afraid for her. Wake up, Mr. Lukowski. Let us in, please. Huh? Who is it? Anya. Anya Zilberberg. What are you doing here, child? It isn't safe. Wait, I'll unlock the gate. Go through the courtyard to the shed and back. I'll bring you some food. Thank God there are still some kind people left, I thought. A Jewess? There's a Jewish in the courtyard. Police! The old witch recognized Anya from her window. Hurry! We ran fast to the shed and hid in the straw. It's okay for now. I don't think anyone hurt her. She's a little senile anyway. But you must look for a better place to stay. Someone here is bound to recognize you. It's almost morning. Wait here. I'm going out to scout around. But be careful. I walked, but I didn't know where to go. I heard soon it was somebody following behind me. Come, we'll all go to the garden. Come, we'll all go back in. Now we're back in Queens. Come, we'll all go to the garden. Oops, wait a second. Yeah, okay. You'll see how nice the bush. Oh, wait a second. Oh, okay. Sorry. You know what? I went the wrong way on the page. Boom and boom. All right, here we go. Remember, he heard footsteps. All right, here we go. I walked slow. Someone behind me also walked slow. If I walked fast, behind me also walked fast. We were alone, he spoke. Amcha. In Hebrew, he said to me, our nation. Had I to answer him or no? Amcha, I thought you were a Jew. I'm Jewish too. There are very few of us left. My wife and I have been hiding in Sosnowiec for over a year. I'm with my wife too. We're hungry and we need a place to hide. Go to the black market to Decatur Street, to Decatur Street, number 8. So I left him and went right away to Decatur 8. There was a big courtyard. All around I looked, but it was nobody. Psst! Want to buy some food without coupons, mister? She showed me sausages, eggs, cheese, things I only was able to dream about. I bought them and went quick back to Anya. Good morning. Vladek, you were gone so long. I had to get breakfast. Want some sausages or eggs? Or have you, or would you prefer chocolate? What? It's a miracle. How did you manage it? I'm a magician. Have some milk. I went again back to Dakota. There I could change jewelry for marks and marks for food, for a place to stay. This time it was more people there even. I saw some Jewish boys I knew from before the war. Vladek Spiegelman? Hardly recognize you. So you're still alive, eh? Leo? Yes, I'm with Anya. We need a hiding place. How about Mrs. Golka? She has a small farm on the outskirts of town. She might take you in if you can pay. It was not so far to go to Golka's farm. All right then, Mr. Spiegelman, you and your wife can stay in my barn. We'll come late tonight. But remember, if you're found there, I don't know you. You must say that the barn door was open and you just sneaked in. Don't worry, we won't betray you. And so we came there to live with Gauka's cow. It's almost dawn, Mrs. Gauka. It's almost dawn when Mrs. Gauka comes to milk her cow. She'll bring you some coffee. Where are you going? To the Goethe. Don't leave me alone again. I'm terrified while you're gone. Don't worry, Anya. I'll be safe. If I don't go out, we wouldn't have food. We wouldn't have this place. And we've got to find a warmer place for the winter. Anyway, from Sosnowiec, if possible, away from Sosnowiec, if possible. I'll be okay. Come back quick. I traveled often with the streetcar to town. It was 2 cars. One was only German officials. The second was only the Poles. Always I went straight to the official car. Heil Hitler. The Germans paid no attention to me. In the Polish car, they could smell if a Polish Jew came in. At the black market, I saw several times a nice woman, what I made little friends with her. Good morning, Mr. Spiegelman. How do you do, Mrs. Montonoa? What do you have in your basket today? How about a loaf of fresh bread? Fine, fine. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have any change. It's okay. Keep it for your little boy. Are you and your wife still living in a barn? We haven't found anything better. I've been thinking about it. Why don't you both move in with my son and me? What about your husband? He works in Germany and only comes home for 10 days every 3 months. I'll keep you hidden in the cellar when he's around. It sounds good to me, but it's over 20 kilometers to your house in Sosnowiec. Wow. Zopainci. I'm gonna call it Zopainci. Is that okay with you guys? All right. Zopainci. My wife will be afraid to go. Don't worry. I'll escort you. That evening, she came with her 7-year-old boy to Gauka's farmhouse. I walked with Motonia as if she was my wife, and Anya like a governess, went with the little boy behind, and nobody even looked on us. We had here a little comfortable. We had where to sit. Remember, little one, never tell anybody there are Jews here. They'll shoot us all. Yes, Aunt Anya. You had to pay Mrs. Motoya to keep you right? Of course I paid, and well I paid. What you think, someone will risk their life for nothing? Oh, Mrs. Part. The little boy was very smart, and he loved very much Anya. I paid also for the food, what she gave to us from her smuggling business. But one time, I missed a few coins to the bread. I'll pay you the rest tomorrow after I go out and cash some valuables. Sorry, I wasn't able to find any bread today. Always she got bread, so I didn't believe. But still, she was a good woman. In his school, the boy was very bad in German, so Anya tutored him. Ich bin, du bist, der ist. She knew German like an expert. And soon he came out with very good grades. My teacher asked me how I improved so much. So I told her my mother was helping me. Phew. He was really a clever boy. But it was a few things there, not, oh boy, what's this thing doing in the way? Not good, and was very small, and it was on the ground floor. Be sure to keep away from the window. You might be seen. Talking on, yeah, I guess. 1 minute, quick, get in the closet. Let me get this out of the way here. Just, knock, knock. If someone came, we had fast to hide. A letter from your husband, Mrs. Motoya. Thanks. But I had something allergic in the closet. Or maybe it was a cold. I can't remember. But always I had to sneeze. Still, everything here was fine until one Saturday, Motoya ran very early back from her black market work. This is terrible. The Gestapo just searched me. They took my goods. They may come search here any minute. You've got to leave. What? But where can we go? I don't know, but you must get out now. Oh my God, this is the end. Anya started to cry. But we had not a choice. We walked back towards Sosnowiec. At least we'll know our way around. Anya was so afraid. She was shaking. Stay calm. Walk as if we're just strolling and speak German. For hours we walked. German words. Guten Idee. Guten Idee. Like we're being followed. Relax. But if we turned a corner, they also turned. Es ist kalt. Ja, ja. Of course, I was right. They didn't mean anything on us. Whoosh. They just were walking. Staying on the street all night is too dangerous. Maybe we can hide in the construction site. Good. I'm exhausted. Here was a foundation made very deep in the ground. Be careful. I jumped first in, and I pulled over bricks for Anya to step down. And here we waited. cold few hours for the day. And it started to be light.